What is going on here with the news that Norwich City have sacked manager Alex Neil as they lie eighth in the league, eighth in the championship, 9 points off of the playoff places. Wait, so it's not really a surprise. I mean, they started off quite well. He's the man who actually got them promoted to the Premier League, but then couldn't stop them from being relegated the following season. And now the favourite to take over the job is, as funny as it is, Alan Pardew. Maybe Norwich fans will be happy at hearing that. I don't really think so. I think everyone's realised that Pardew is a disaster. He was terrible at Newcastle. He was terrible at Palace as well. All he does, he has these runs of losing lots of games, and sometimes winning lots of games. But then eventually it's gonna come round to bite you on the ass. So I don't see why they would want Pardew really, as his reputation. I don't think his reputation's ever been particularly good, but I think finally people realize he's not a good manager, and it'd be it'd be a shame for Norwich if they do get him. But yeah, interesting. And also Gary Rowett, the ex Birmingham City manager, is also one of the favourites, but Podgy was actually overtaken him as to be the favourite now. And Alex Neil is actually now the favourite to take over at Rangers since Warburton, that was his name, right? The Rangers manager got sacked. So, and I think that's quite interesting. I think that definitely sounds like something that can happen because as Alex Neil, I think he could be a good he could definitely be a good manager for the Scottish League, and Rangers do need to pick it up a bit. I think obviously they're nowhere near Celtic's level at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see if he does get the job, whether he can take them back to being a point where they can actually challenge Celtic for the Scottish League. So that's interesting. And as for the Norwich job, obviously we'll just have to wait to see who gets that, whether Gary Rowett gets it or someone else or Pardew. Um, and it doesn't look like they're going to be making the play. What's the 10 games left? I mean, they could get into the playoffs, but playoffs are very the they're difficult. No one wants the playoffs. It's You definitely want the top two position. It is funny. They started off so well early on in the season. Sorry. Um, Norwich City. So it's a shame that they have fallen. I don't think Alex Neil is a particularly bad manager, but he's had a bit of a bad run, and I can understand why he's been sacked. But maybe it might work out for him if he ends up getting the Rangers job, and he might do a good job there. He could end up getting, if he does a good job at Rangers, maybe he'll stay there for a few years, and then maybe he'll get another job back in England, possibly a Premier League team. Who knows? That could be interesting, and we'll see what happens with Norwich. Maybe if they get a good manager like Gary Rowett, who was unrightfully sacked by Birmingham, which wouldn't surprise it. And what was the other one? Zola. Some people were saying Zola might be getting sacked next. We'll have to wait, as I'm not sure why Birmingham got rid of Gary Rowett, to be honest. But yeah, that's it basically. Have to see what's happening. And Brighton are currently playing, which is important for the championship. Obviously, 3 points behind leaders Newcastle. If Brighton get a win, they'll go level on points. I'm not sure on goal difference. What that will do, but Newcastle then play tomorrow, and not very many Premier League games tomorrow either, as there are FA Cup games. There are FA Cup games, yeah. So there's only like four Premier League games this weekend, so it's a little bit boring, and there won't be much to talk about for that. So hopefully the few games that are on will be exciting. I guess the FA Cup games might be okay, but no one really likes the FA Cup. And yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully, it's a good weekend.